I accidentally sneezed right in front of a painting worth millions. The next thing I knew, the entire painting was covered in spit. I instinctively grabbed a tissue to wipe it off, but when I looked again, there was now a huge blue stain on the canvas. That's when I realized the pen in my pocket had leaked ink. My brain completely froze. I immediately locked the gallery doors and carefully took the painting off the wall. I tried using my clothes to clean it up a little more, but I pulled too hard and ripped the entire canvas out of the frame. In the panic, I even stepped on it a few times. At that point, I had no choice. I threw a white cloth over it, pretended it was a table, and secretly carried it out of the gallery. Then I snuck into the storage room. After digging around forever, I finally found a can of paint thinner. I dipped a rag into it and carefully wiped the stain, and somehow the blue ink actually disappeared. I was just starting to feel proud of myself when I turned around and saw the painting bubbling. I nearly died on the spot. I desperately tried to stop the paint from dissolving, but every time I touched it, more paint came off. The harder I tried to fix it, the worse it got. By the end, I had turned a portrait of a noblewoman into a headless woman. I completely gave up. All I could do was carry the ruined painting back into the gallery. To keep anyone from finding out, I even blocked the entrance doors. But the second I finished, David suddenly walked in through the side entrance. One glance at the empty wall, and he completely lost it. He kept asking me where the painting was. I stuttered for half a minute before nervously holding up the frame.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus, God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth!
David was the man in charge of the entire exhibition, and in that moment, he looked like his whole life was over. He even asked to see the painting again. But the unveiling ceremony was the very next day. So with nowhere left to run, we put the painting back on the wall and prayed nobody would notice. That night, David couldn't sleep at all. He dragged me to a bar so we could drink ourselves numb. But later that night, I got more and more terrified and couldn't sleep either. I found out from David's son that he had a poster of this painting in his room. And suddenly a completely insane idea hit me. I immediately gathered laxatives, glue, a hairdryer. Then I secretly snuck back into the museum. First, I distracted the security guard. Then I poured an entire bottle of laxatives into his coffee. After that, I switched all the restroom keys around. Sure enough, it didn't take long before the guard started clutching his stomach. The moment he ran off toward the bathroom, I quietly slipped into the gallery. While that poor man was still desperately trying every key he had, I had already started my little replacement operation. By the time I finished everything, the guard was still running around looking for the right restroom key. And David, he had absolutely no idea what I'd done. The next morning, the unveiling ceremony started right on schedule. Reporters, rich collectors, and famous people from the art world all gathered inside the museum. Every single one of them was waiting to finally see the masterpiece everyone had been talking about.